Hello, I'm Ashton Carton,
And I'm Trish Leonard.
and welcome to our 5 minute breakouts. So, in this first week, one of our friends and colleagues, Richard Bennett, asked us about, I suppose, something that we've both seen come up a lot around this whole idea of we want to make changes, but then I suppose a big block comes up that this thought comes into our head: I don't have enough time. So, we're just going to look a little bit at what that's like. So I suppose I know sometimes when I say I don't have enough time, it's because I'm kind of spreading myself too thin. Although other times when I say I don't have enough time, I make time to do a lot of things that aren't really that important, and I kind of don't do. It's for me, writing is a big thing that I can sometimes say, oh, I don't have enough time for writing, even though I say it's one of the most important things for me.
And for me, I suppose it's getting physical. I never seem to have enough time for that. I can make time for everything else, but I suppose when it comes to going to the gym or exerting myself physically, even if it's just 5 minutes, there never seems to be that 5 minutes in the day.
Yeah, and we have decided we're going to go to the gym after this because we've been caught up with the I don't have enough time demon for all the week. So I suppose we want to look at what is that like for you when you say you don't have enough time. What are you really saying? We talking about what's the function? So what's the point in you saying that? What's behind it? Is it that you're spending a lot of time on things that aren't that important? Is it that you're stretched too thin? In the business world, they talk about ROI a lot around return on investment. So if you're investing in something, you want to make sure that you're getting a return on that investment. So what are you investing your time in at the moment? Are you investing your time in a lot of things that are comfortable but ultimately don't really kind of bring you on further? Or I notice I'm getting caught for words right now.
That doesn't happen very often.
Isn't she great? Can you see why I'm marrying this woman? So what are you investing, and are you getting something back for the time that you're putting into this?
And another thing that I find really helpful is when you ask the question, because a lot of our time goes to other people. The jobs or the favors or the obligations that we have for other people, we always tend to put those first. Well, I know I tend to. I don't think I'm alone in that.
Absolutely.
But there always seems to be, that's more important. They go up the pecking order and I've slipped further down. So when you ask me that question, what if, I was to honour the commitments to myself as much as I honour the commitments I make to other people, what would my life be like, or what would my day even be like?
Absolutely. And I think that was something that I've started asking over the last few weeks because it was a theme that was coming up again and again and again, both in my own life and for the people that I work with. There will be this whole idea of I never get to the things that I really want to do because I'm always kind of following through in the things that I feel like I have to do. So we'd really love to hear your comments. If you honour the commitments to yourself as much as you honour the commitments to other people, what would your life look like? And I suppose if you weren't so concerned about what other people thought, what would you be doing with your time? Is that similar or different than what you're doing right now?
And I think what also shows up for me is that I'm not as important as other people, or a bit of like, oh, what's the point?
Absolutely. And I think this comes to the accountability partners that we were talking about and the video before last as well. I've noticed that I have followed through in my commitments a lot more because I'm doing these videos and I feel accountable to you guys and also to Trish than I would have done otherwise. And interestingly, as I feel that sense of purpose and following through, I really enjoy doing these things, but for some reason, if I wasn't accountable, if I didn't say it out loud, and if I didn't feel like there was a consequence if I didn't, I probably would fall off the bandwagon too.
Yeah, and I suppose the difference that I've been trying to actively bring into my life is a lot of just the consciousness of a lot of decisions that I've made traditionally have tend to be to avoid a negative or to avoid a punishment. It's a lot harder for me to make decisions to gain something or to bring towards something positive. So it takes a little bit of a shift there as well.
Yeah, Absolutely. So the next time you decide to do or not do something, see if you can check, is it because you want to get towards something that's important, or is it more like myself and Trish and most of the rest of the world, that we're trying to get away from something that we don't want, be that something internal or something for other people.
And it's really hard then, if you're making decisions like that, not to let resentment build or to fester or to have some kind of resentment there when you're making decisions as well.
Absolutely.
Which can also be a huge block.
Absolutely. And Brené Brown says choose discomfort over resentment. So that's us at 5 minutes now. So we'll see you again really, really soon.
Take care. See you soon.
See you soon. Bye.
Bye.